Two kings, two legends, Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, and Michael Jackson, the king of pop. They revolutionized music and left their mark on the world. But when it comes to the greatest musical artist of all time, who truly reigns supreme? From Elvis's electrifying rock and roll to Michael's groundbreaking performances, their impact is undeniable, but only one can wear the crown. Stick around as we dive into the ultimate showdown, Elvis versus Michael. Who's your king? Both revolutionized music, both shaped entire generations. But when it comes to the greatest musical artist of all time, who takes the crown? Elvis Presley exploded onto the scene in the 1950s, blending blues, country, and gospel into something entirely new. He didn't just perform, he captivated. With songs like Hound Dog and Jailhouse Rock, Elvis didn't just sing rock and roll, he was rock and roll. His voice was soulful, his style was revolutionary, and his charisma was magnetic. Elvis wasn't just a musician, he was a phenomenon. He gave rise to the modern pop star and made history with over 1 billion records sold worldwide. But fast forward to the 1980s, and Michael Jackson was taking music to a whole new level. As a child prodigy with the Jackson 5, Michael already had a huge following. But when he went solo, he became unstoppable. Thriller shattered every record imaginable. It became the best-selling album of all time. Michael wasn't just a singer, he was a dancer, a showman, an innovator. His music videos were mini-movies with cutting-edge choreography and storytelling. He transformed the pop landscape. So who's the greatest? Elvis Presley was the trailblazer. He opened the doors for what modern music could be, breaking barriers with his provocative style and genre-bending sound. He defined rock and roll for generations, inspiring countless artists, from the Beatles to Bruce Springsteen. On the other hand, Michael Jackson took the art of performance to new heights. His live shows were spectacles, events that became cultural moments. Michael didn't just sing, he danced, he dazzled, and he created unforgettable experiences. Both men shaped music in their eras, Elvis in the 50s and 60s, Michael in the 80s and 90s. Both transcended the music charts and became cultural icons. But their impact was felt far beyond music. Elvis was a symbol of rebellion, shaking up conservative values in the 50s, while Michael became a global ambassador, spreading messages of unity, equality, and environmental awareness. It's not just about the music, it's about influence. Elvis inspired an entire generation to pick up guitars and start bands. Michael redefined pop music and performance, setting standards for future artists like Beyoncé, Justin Timberlake, and Usher. So who's the greatest? Elvis Presley, the man who started it all? Or Michael Jackson, the man who perfected it? It's a question that music fans have debated for decades. At the end of the day, it's hard to compare two legends who reshaped music in different ways. One thing's for sure though, without Elvis Presley, there might not have been a Michael Jackson. And without Michael Jackson, the world of pop music wouldn't be what it is today. Two kings, two eras, one question: who reigns supreme? Let us know in the comments who you think is the greatest musical artist of all time. Subscribe for more legendary music debates and stories.